Hello there, and welcome to Tag Property Management. I am doing this video to show you how you can activate your tenant account and log into our tenant portal. The tenant portal is a great place for you to submit work orders, communications with your property manager, and also access your lease ledger, your documents, and pay your rent. So what you see here is I've actually created a mock account using an old email address of mine, and this is what I've received. So when I set up the lease, I put in this email address just as your property manager will put in your email address, and you'll get this same email. And it's an invitation to come to the tenant portal, and it actually comes from Buildium. So you'll see, look for this email from Buildium. It says, I think it said like do not reply, Buildium. So here you go, you're invited to join our resident center and you can enjoy these benefits, pay your rent, submit maintenance requests, and record information about your insurance, etc., etc. So here's my username, which is tagproperties@yahoo.ca. That will be your email. Whatever email address you give us is what you will use as your username. And then when you go and activate your account, you'll be able to set up your password. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my account. And it's going to ask me to create a password. So I'm just going to put make sure they match. So you log in, you create your password, and you have to accept their terms of use. So you can click on them here to read through them. You can click here to read through the privacy policy. So click that yes, you agree, and then you can continue to your resident center. So if you do not see the ability to make a payment here, connect with your property manager because we just have to change a setting on your account. All of our tenants who are put into our Buildium system should be able to make a payment. If you don't see that, let us know and we can change that for you. So what's really neat is you can actually do a number of different things on here. So if you want to reach out to us and create a request, you do so through here. And you can either do a general inquiry, which is like a question or something like that, or a maintenance request. Why we really like you to use this instead of just going into your email and sending us an email is because this puts your request right on our system in Buildium, so it won't get lost in your property manager's email. We get tons and tons and tons of emails, and things can get missed. If they go here and you come in through your tenant portal and you submit an inquiry or you submit a maintenance request, it's not going to get lost because it's saved right on the system. It gets assigned to somebody and it gets taken care of. So just to show you here, maintenance request, you can click on here, type in your subject, give a description, and then submit it, and it comes right through to us. If you have an urgent situation, don't submit it through here. If it's an emergency, if it's going to cause damage to a person or the property, call our 888 number. It's 888-560-5515 and hit extension 1 for an emergency. So you can do that through here for all other maintenance type requests or questions as well. So if you're going to be going in here to set up your payments, if you have a balance, you can go make a one-time payment. And to do that, you click Make Payment. Make a payment. Maybe it's not coming up because there's zero balance. I'm going to come over here and click Payments. I've got no payments here. What is really neat is you can actually set up auto pay. And auto pay is a great way for you to just set it to auto withdraw rent from your account, and then you don't ever have to touch it again. All I do is ask that if you're setting up auto pay, please set it for the first of the month. I know some people do like to pay a little bit early, and we had a number of tenants who did set their auto pay for the 30th of the month or the 31st of the month. Our challenge with that is then we have to do a whole whack of accounting entries to move that money into the right month. So please, to kind of help cut down on all of our extra transactions we have to do, please just set up your auto pay for the first of the month. So you can select your amount. So say it's $1,000, you can put $1,000, and then here you go through bank account, checking. Your name should be exactly what's on your bank account. So if you go by Tina, but your name on your bank account is Christina, make sure to put Christina and then your last name. The transit number, you can click here. The transit number, it'll show you here where you find it on the check. It's usually a 5-digit number, and that is going to tell us which branch you bank with. So it's a 5-digit number, you'll put that here. Institution number is the 3-digit number, and that tells us what bank you bank with. So I know 010 is CIBC, 001 is Bank of Montreal, etc. And then your account number, and that's going to tell us what account to pull the funds from. Confirm your account number, and then you select a date. So it's going to be monthly on the 1st of the month, please. So you could actually just set it. So our next one would actually be February 1st. So set it for the next month because you've probably already paid your first month's rent monthly. Hit next. I'm actually not putting in any information here, so I'm not going to go next, but this is how you start the process for your auto pay, and then you will automatically have your rent withdrawn from your account. Now, it does take a couple of days, so you set your rent payment for the 1st of the month. Usually you'll see the rent come out on the 1st of the month. The exception to that is if the 1st is a weekend or a holiday, it'll come out the next business day. Now, because you're set on auto pay and it was set to pull on the 1st, your rent is still considered paid on time. So don't worry about that. You don't have to worry about having to adjust for holidays, etc. If you've set it for the 1st and your auto pay goes through appropriately, you will not be considered delinquent at all. Okay, if it does bounce back to you, if say, for example, you didn't have enough funds in your account, or it may even bounce back and it'll say that there was a routing error, and a routing error means that the account information was not entered correctly, you'll get a notification of that. That does take a few days to come back to you. So if your rent comes out on the 1st and there's an issue or an error, it will actually won't come back to you for a few days. If there was a delay because of a weekend or a set holiday and your rent comes out on the 4th, for example, such as what's happened here in January, you may actually not be notified until the 5th, 6th, or 7th that there was an error. So just keep an eye on it and it will email you if there is a problem. Okay, also on here you can actually see documents. There are no documents here because it is actually just a fake account, but if you want to see a copy of your lease will be in here. And any other documents pertaining to your tenancy, you can come here and you can see them. Contacts, no contacts, but if there is anybody in here that is added, they would be here. If you go home, you should also be able to see your lease ledger. Now this one here doesn't actually have a lease ledger because I haven't charged any rent to it, but you'll be able to see on here the lease ledger and it'll show you a history. So it'll actually show you when rent is being charged, if you have parking being charged, if you have utilities being charged, it'll all be listed here. And if you click this button right here, it'll actually email you a statement which you can use for tax purposes. See, statement emailed successfully. My statement's going to be empty because there's nothing here, but yours would have whatever information you've got on your lease ledger. And that's it. So if you have any questions, reach out to your property manager. They can definitely help you with this. And especially if you don't have this make payment button here, it means that we just need to adjust a setting on our end. But otherwise, if it's there, you're all good to go. If for whatever reason you forget your password, you can get your property manager to reset that for you, and they would send you out a new email to reset your password for this account. That's it. Thank you so much and have a great day.